back and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I Today I'm going to be using these copper metal dragon dice that were sent in by a viewer. Thanks. Let's get things started with our roll for bread. 6 sourdough. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Sourdough is one of my favorite sandwich breads. But what I will not say is the thing that jinxed me last time. Next up, let's roll for Maine. 12. Butter the bread and re-roll. This one's for all you non-Americans out there. Eat your heart out. Going to apply a nice layer of butter to each slice of bread, and then we'll roll again for Maine. All right, let's see what we get. 1. Corned beef in a can. Growing up, I was familiar with the deli version of corned beef, not the canned version. But since having the deli version on the show multiple times, I've learned of this canned version, and this will be my first time trying it. Well, I can already see some congealed fat, which might be a deal breaker for some people. Thankfully, this can is kind of a trapezoid, so the meat comes out pretty easily. Let's get ourselves a slice here and get it on our bread. At this consistency, it's pretty much corned beef hash without the potatoes. And I enjoy a good corned beef hash with some eggs and toast. I guess we'll see how it is on a sandwich. Next up, let's roll for some cheese. 2. Provolone. I think a couple slices of smoked provolone will be a great fit here. Nothing too crazy, and the smokiness should pair well with the meat. All right, let's roll that roughage. 9 kimchi and 10 pickles. Kimchi is a traditional Korean dish made with fermented vegetables. I think most commonly here in the States, you'll find kimchi made with Napa cabbage. Kimchi has an interesting spicy and somewhat sour taste from the fermentation and chili powders and garlic. It'll be interesting to see how it is on the sandwich. And then we're going to pair it with some pickles. I chose to use these little dill snacking pickles because there was only a few left in the jar, and anytime I can get a jar out of my overly stuffed fridge, I am happy. I think the pickles should pair well with the kimchi, and I kind of think it's all going to go pretty well with the corned beef, almost like a weird Reuben. And now for a little chaos with the wild magic. That is a 17. 17, we have chips. Today I have just classic plain potato chips. They'll add some salt, some savoriness, and a nice crunch. And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 12, bringing it on home with Kewpie mayo. Honestly, a pretty perfect roll. We've already got a lot of flavor from the kimchi and the pickles. This mayo will just add a little bit more fat and a little umami. It definitely shouldn't hurt. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross-section. That doesn't look too bad. From roll to roll, I really had no idea where this sandwich was going, but on paper, at least, it doesn't seem too bad. Let's hope I'm right, because it's quite a big sandwich. Probably should have drained the kimchi a little bit, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Let's taste it. You know, I wasn't sure how I would feel about that corned beef from a can, but I don't mind it. This is actually pretty dang good. The kimchi as kind of a roughage condiment combo is really doing it for me here. You've got the little bit of crunch from the pickles and the potato chips, contrasting the creaminess of the butter and the mayo and kind of the corned beef. It's salty, savory, spicy. Would have held up a little better on toasted bread, but it's pretty good. I'm going to give it a 9.1, and I'm going to call it the canned heat. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday.